Yeah, I just started doing TikTok stuff, so...
You just started using TikTok?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had an account I was watching, but I made Obi a TikTok, so now...
Oh, you
got a
did?
TikTok, yeah.
What's your cat TikTok at?
At Obi_Doby_.
Get a promotional photo. Alright. Good with that one?
Yeah. Nice work, Tex. Good.
We're just gonna put the stream on Instagram stories. If that, we have no viewers, so that's fine.
Where are you at? Still got it.
Yeah,
Took a surprise. We're only 2.5 miles away.
Oh yeah.
A good chunk of time.
Oh yeah. Sorry, we shouldn't dox. I was gonna say where were you driving from, but.
Tex, you're not in the view. You gotta be a little taller, bud.
Alrighty. So, oh yeah, I also got a text to Connor because he's regular.
Atticus, I hear. Connor and Atticus like the Roger.
Just said, I'm live right now if you're interested. And if that doesn't sound like a spam email, like...
Look on the link, you have a package.
I'm live right now. I'll steal your login information if you click this.
Put in your social security now and I'll send you the link.
I'm live right
Oh, you're such a nice boy.
I'm gonna send this to the old group chat.
Tex a Rooney.
Tex is a great cat and will join us. Alrighty. Oh yeah, one last thing. Twitter. I need to find a way to automate so that when I go live, it just tells people in a way that I want it to.
Twitter SE chat, Connor.
Channel in bio. Okay. So Damien, you've never played a Pokemon game. Well, welcome to your first experience. Did you ever watch the show as a kid? Or...
I did watch the show a little bit, yeah. So I'm familiar with the more popular characters.
What was it like growing up where you had never seen... Oh yeah, I have it on my phone in case I need to hear the volume from like a latency perspective to see if we're choppy. Speaking of which, we still should.
Yeah.
One last thing.
Oh, my God.
I have it on my phone in case I... Oh yeah, we already did that check, so...
Sweet.
What was it like growing up in a world that was like... Because I feel like at our age, it was like post-Pokemon, like, cultural explosion.
Well, I mean, I gotta be honest, I do remember now, I did play a Pokemon game, it was Pokemon Go.
Yeah?
So that was my big entrance into Pokemon, probably.
Yeah?
All of my high school friends would go around the park and, like, it was like a couple days in the summer, we all went out to the park and did the, whatever the Pokemon thing was, where we captured all the things, and all the high school peeps were doing it.
Yeah.
So that was actually a game that I played, and that was Pokemon.
That's very interesting. That pulled you in. What did any Pokemon stand out to you at the time?
Not really. I remember I did inherit a Pokemon card deck
Oh yeah.
from one of my dad's friend's kids. I think his mom was selling. His mom gave away the cards in a garage sale.
Yeah.
He was. I don't think he was okay with it, but somehow
They wanted them out of the house.
somehow I got the cards, and I remember looking at them. I remember there were little magnet guys
Yeah.
that were floating around. That's pretty much all I remember. There was a lot of little cards with just like little circles with little symbols.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are energies.
Yeah.
That's like the mana in Magic the Gathering. There's mana. It's like a card that's a resource. And Pokemon has energies that are very similar to mana.
That was like half the deck. I had just
Like-
like 1,000 of those green cards. I
Yeah.
don't know what these do, but
Oh yeah, you need those to play.
I guess I need them.
Those pay for the circles on the card. Here,
Oh, okay.
I think I have one over here. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of Dunsparce ones.
Oh.
See?
I've never seen a Dunsparce.
So, this is one of every Dunsparce. And they have little energy symbols on the attacks. So you'd play those energies and you'd spend it on the attack like a resource.
You can't do the attack or whatever without the energy card.
Unless it looks like this. This one has like no discernible energy on it. It's very rare in the TCG, but to see that. But Dunsparce is such a funny Pokemon. Dunsparce is my favorite Pokemon, if you can't tell.
That's all of them.
Yeah. That's all of them, except they just released one, which is like, okay, these are just the first 18.
That's not even-
Or first 16, that's fine. Right? Like, I'm,
You're gonna need a bigger frame there.
well, a lot of them have the same art, so I was thinking I could just put those in, like, the same sleeve.
I see.
And, yeah, do that. Okay. Oh, yeah, now I know where to go. I have to go to a basement. So this is a Pokemon game that came out on the Gamecube, and it was the first like foray into Gamecube Pokemon games, and the first foray into 3D Pokemon games.
Oh, okay.
Well, they had Pokemon Stadium, which was a like battle simulator with 3D Pokemon, but there was never an RPG. And it's
Is this the first one on Gamecube?
that was an RPG, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I gotta
gotcha.
move this back. So like the other one was really just like you'd pick your Pokemon and have a Pokemon battle kind of thing.
And this one's more like a JRPG.
Yeah. Let's go. So yeah, this was developed by a team called Sonority Systems, which Sonority Systems was made up of ex Dragon Quest developers. Oh wait, I was supposed to go right. That's silly of me. That had never worked on a Pokemon game ever before. So it's the tone of this game is very different than most Pokemon games. It's set in the Ore region, which is based off of Arizona. And instead of having wild Pokemon that you can go out and catch, it's a region that has no wild Pokemon because of how like over-caught the wildlife is. So it's kind of like a dystopian Pokemon game.
That's pretty cool.
But so that begs the question: how do you get the Pokemon?
That's the question I was wondering.
Yeah, you steal them from your opponents.
Oh.
Fine file. In this game, some of your opponents have Shadow Pokemon, and if they have a Shadow Pokemon, you can catch it and take it back.
Is that a Pokemon? Is that a person?
Oh yeah, that's a person. This game, usually you'd never see a Pokemon character dressed. Well, sometimes they'd always have a sprite. So it was never this game was a first to have JRPG like dresses and stuff.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say, I'm assuming it was a person,
but now we're gonna have our first Pokemon battle.
Ooh.
Hunter Freena would like to battle Teddy Ursa and Gligar. We might be able to catch that Gligar. The music's pretty freaking good. It's got a very sustained synth note. Okay, that Gligar is a Shadow Gligar, so we can catch it. What do you think about Gligar and Teddy Ursa?
I mean, Teddy Ursa doesn't seem like they'd be too bad.
A threat, yeah.
Gligar looks a little bit more imposing, but you got that like evil cat there, so
Yeah, that's Espeon. It's a psychic evolution of Eevee, which is like the only.
I caught him once on Pokemon Go.
Yeah, and you can evolve it.
That thing.
Yeah, it's like a I feel like it's a chimera staring at you. I feel like Eevee is a chimera because it's like you don't really know what it is because it can be so many different things. Or not chimera. There's also like other things. I'm at a loss for the word though. Changeling, something that turns into something else. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and throw a Pokeball at it. I feel like the catch rate of this Pokemon is pretty low, so or high, whichever one makes it easier to catch. Because depending on the strength of a Pokemon and the rarity of a Pokemon, the catching possibilities can be impacted. So that one, it seems a little testy, so it seems like I would have to do some damage to it.
Is that your Jigglypuff?
Oh. 1 second, I've got subscriber only chat on. I'm gonna turn that off. Because I really like the idea of subscriber-only chat, but not when it has the implication that it costs money, which it doesn't. It's completely free to subscribe. I'm not here to grift anyone. Like, I'm here to play Pokemon.
$6 and you can comment.
I have no idea how to turn that off during stream, so we might just have to roll with it for this one. Gotta show it. Okay. So in Pokemon, you can alter the likelihood you're gonna catch something, which differs from Pokemon Go. Well, in Pokemon Go, you can give it a little berry. In this, you can fight it, and that makes it more likely to catch it. But in general, it's better to take out the other Pokemon when you can. Also,
So you have to weaken it, and then you can.
then you have a mathematical increase in probability based on the hit points, based on the status condition. It just makes the Pokemon easier to catch.
You can also defeat it or kill it.
Yeah.
And then you can't capture it.
Yes. So that's the double-edged sword of that. The risk-reward factor. Because in this game, they only show up when you fight the trainer, and you can't go back really. Later in the game, you have the opportunity to go back and get Pokemon, but in general you can't. Well, in general there's wild Pokemon, but for a lot of the playthrough, I'm a little rambly tonight.
Yeah, I just finished Persona 5, which is
yeah?
a JRPG.
Yeah.
So this is kind of similar to that.
Oh, nice.
Fighting.
I've never played one of those.
I've never played one either. And honestly, it was like It's like it's called Persona 5 Royale.
Mm-hmm.
It was said to be like a 140-hour
Yeah.
game. JRPGs, I guess, are notorious for just being long and persistent. But I had a really good time with it. There's a lot of combat similar to this.
Yeah.
It was, it was turn-based.
This one's around 48 hours, which is pretty, if you're mean to me, I'm gonna cry, okay? Yes or no? I don't... That feels like... I'm very hesitant to say that's bad localization, but I don't think that... I don't know, I think that was just bad writing. I just realized I can purify my Pokemon. So the ultimate goal of this game is to beat the stories, but also I'm trying to catch every Pokemon and purify them, because when you do that you get a Ho-Oh, which is a legendary phoenix bird. And something really interesting about that is that I'm going to then transfer the Pokemon to the Switch, because there's complete backwards compatibility to do that from the Gamecube.
Where do they go?
From the Game Boy.
On the Switch.
I could play them on my Pokemon games.
Oh, on your Switch Pokemon games.
Yeah, so I can swap it to my Game Boy Pokemon games, then a DS Pokemon game, then a 3DS Pokemon game, then the Switch. And then I'm gonna do a video about game preservation, I think, from that. So it's like, oh look, the Ho-Oh is getting the rebirth.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, where you can take something from a different system, something from, I don't know, what was this, 23 years ago?
Yeah.
At least? 25, 26?
This game was not 25 years ago, but Pokemon as a whole is 25 years ago.
And you can just keep going with it. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. It's a very unique... I can't think of any other games where you can do that. The closest thing I can think of is that Mass Effect had that between games.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna go to Agate Village. Agate. To make my Entei cool.
Is there an established timeline in Pokemon? Like, is there like a written out, like this game comes before this game, or is it just kind of like free?
Great question. There was an implied timeline up until after the third gen games were remade on the 3DS, and then after that, at the end of that game, it was revealed that in the canon there were just multiple universes, and that was like fully embraced.
I gotcha.
Which makes sense, because everyone has their own game where they're the hero, and that's the last time they made a hard stance on the canon, and I think it's for a reason.
So they did that for Zelda, and that turned out a little weird. And I figured that this one would be a little bit more weird.
Yeah, I mean, Zelda, I don't follow that. I don't think... I think it's fun that it's there, but I think it's mostly... I don't know. What are your opinions on the timeline? Because I thought I saw them segmenting into being like, okay, these are different sub-franchises of Zelda.
Yeah, so essentially they have a couple games at the beginning that are like in all timelines, and then there's one game, I think it's Ocarina of Time, and then they branch into 3 timelines, and then all the other games
welcome, Jenna.
Spawn into the 3 timelines. I don't know. It kind of seems forced in a way where it's like, yeah, we can fit this all into one timeline, but they're all just kind of... They're different games with similar themes, so... I guess if you really tried, you can connect them, but otherwise, it's not worth it.
I am naming my Entei 808 Mafia. What's your favorite Zelda game?
Probably Majora's Mask.
That was well said. Let me rewind back. That was really well said, what you said about the timeline.
Thank you.
Majora's Mask?
Majora's Mask, probably.
Yeah, I remember being very into Majora's Mask. We've got Jenna here. Hi, Jenna. We've got Connor here, who says that Connor thinks they care more about the anime canon. I recently watched a bit of the anime with Connor, and I gotta say, I think I agree with his statement. It's a good statement.
Pokemon anime?
Yeah. But, yeah, have you ever seen the Pokemon anime? Okay.
Is that the cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit.
Okay.
With the two people and the little mouse or cat thing that are trying to get the
Oh, yeah,
Pokemons.
Meowth, yeah.
Yeah.
With Team Rocket.
Okay, I've seen that.
I once dressed up as Team James from Team Rocket.
I remember that. That's good.
That's like the first time I ever cosplayed. Because it was Halloween. So we just purified Entei and caught a Gligar. Yeah, I named myself Pie Cole to be like Pokemon Colosseum, and then Pieway is the name of my account. But now it just reminds me of Pike-Hole from Rick and Morty.
I was just thinking. Oh, that's good. I was thinking of Pickle, but Pickle, yeah.
My friend on my first stream said that, and I was like, "Yep, that's just gonna make me think of Pike-Hole." That's why on the second stream, the thumbnail is that they put some work into the last season to improve the world building, and I think it paid off. I gotta say, I think I agree. So in Pokemon, there's so many games, and they're all in different regions. And something that the anime would do is they would jump around regions.
Okay.
So, did y'all know that this is the first live stream of someone playing Pokemon Colosseum with a dentist co-host in recorded history?
That we know of, yeah.
That we know of. I checked Internet Library that I'll overlay the source for, an Internet Archive that is. I checked YouTube and YouTube archiving sites, which you can see right now. And I also just checked what's on YouTube, and I couldn't find a single live stream of someone explicitly live streaming with a dentist co-host.
You did the work. Internet
Recorded
Archive.
history. Well, how's it been to graduate from dental school?
Pretty good.
You want
This
to
is,
elevator pitch me?
for a dentist?
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry to put that pressure on it.
no. It's been a long 4 years. You know, I graduated Gustavus with Benjamin here, and it's been a long 4 years of studying and working with patients, and it's finally done. I can finally be my own provider.
Yeah.
I finally have my own opinions about things, which are really good. And then
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. I'm technically a DDS, which is a doctor of dental surgery, but I'm waiting for my license from the state currently. Mailed it in last week. It take about 3 weeks, so I'm just on break right now.
Yeah.
Life.
If you want to ask for dental advice, I think as long as Damien consents to it. Is that something?
I can't treat anything, but I can suggest recommendations.
Yeah. Ooh. And now, dental questions on the chat. Wow, that'd be such a great way to get... Streams would be such a great way to get healthcare professionals to the public.
That's true.
Whoa.
Get your dental.
There's a nugget, there's a free idea to anyone who watches my live streams, because I'm going to put that one in my brain. So, what do you think about fictional characters and their teeth?
I haven't put much thought into it.
Yeah.
I just started, I noticed in dental school I would start seeing like TV shows and stuff. I'd start like looking at like the actors' teeth and stuff,
Yeah.
which I'm not a huge fan of doing, but I just catch myself doing it. Like, oh yeah, they've
Yeah.
got this going on or whatever.
I get that. You try to separate work from fun.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you can tell they've got some crown work. You know, they've got all this going on. And it doesn't take away from it. I just find myself noticing it more and more.
Did you notice that I named my Entei 808 Mafia?
You said that.
808 Mafia! You know, 808 Mafia. It's a like producer soundbite in a lot of songs.
Like the 808 drum kit or the little.
It's the sound. I think it's of a child saying 808 Mafia. Here, I'll play it for you. We're an AV show.
There we go.
That includes audio.
808 Mafia type beat.
808 Mafia. Intro.
Sex game, that ass blowing me up.
Oh no, this is gonna get
Game,
copyrighted.
It might.
Yeah. Whoa.
There it is.
I got the move.
It's the 808 Mafia.
Okay.
We just streamed something very copyrighted on the live stream.
I didn't hear anything.
Alright,
We're good
well,
to go.
I do have a Patreon. I will always accept tips is my policy.
You can
And
cut that little 10 seconds out, and then on your Patreon, put the whole thing.
yeah, I'm not gonna hide any content on it. I don't think I believe in that. It seems like a part of the gamification of like consumers, and I don't want to partake in it. Like if I do a show, I want it to be a publicly broadcasted show.
I gotcha.
But even public broadcast has to get its money somehow.
My viewers like you.
Yeah. Thank you. Subscribing and liking the thing. And if you can play it in the thing that helps the most that money can't buy is if you play it on your electronic, even if you're not like listening to it. Giving me average view time, even if I'm playing in the background, makes me more visible to audiences.
Gotcha.
If you're ever trying to help the channel.
Every time I see you on YouTube sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, oh damn. Streaming.
I love
Look at this guy.
I would really like to find a Vietnamese holiday and stream during those hours on that holiday and try to stream for Ming,
Okay.
my roommate from college who lives in Hanoi.
What is he up to?
Probably shouldn't share on stream.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
He's doing well. That's all I need to know. Yeah. Busy, I guess.
I have no idea what his boundaries are for that because of
that's fine.
Vietnam. I'll cut that. Oopsie. The great thing about streaming on YouTube is that they show you to a good audience, and the YouTube video editor is actually pretty good. And you can quickly cut streams. They had to build the infrastructure for that for big videos from corporate companies to be able to have anything they really had to take out but didn't want to lose the video for. And well, that's not the complete history, but I'm not here to be the internet historian. I want to ask you, bring it back to dentists. What you see my character there? If someone walked into your dental practice and had a jawline like that, like a facial structure like that, what kind of teeth do you think?
Well, they would be. I mean, they'd come to a point for sure.
Yeah,
I think it'd be
the jaw
a very
is
V-shaped
it's
jawline, so you're gonna have a very steep triangular teeth shape. Yeah.
Is it possible for people to have a 90-degree jawline?
Not that I've
straight
seen
down?
yet.
It's probably something you'd
I'm
be
sure
like,
there's someone out there, but
you're this old and you haven't had surgery? Like, What about this?
That's a nice guy. I don't see any teeth, but it's just very round, and the eyes are...
You probably wouldn't know.
The eyes are there. Oh. No teeth to be found there.
When you say the eyes are there, do eyes have planes or something with jaws?
Sometimes. I look at the... Sometimes when you're matching up, if you're making dentures, for example, you want to see where the teeth line up according to the pupils of the eyes.
Oh, really?
So, you want the pupils to match up with the canines, which is the third tooth from the midline.
Oh,
which are
wow.
the sharp, pointy ones. Usually. I mean, it depends on every person, but that's kind of like the textbook.
And the
Put
canines
the teeth there.
are these, right?
The thick, yeah.
The vampire
ones.
ones?
The vampire ones.
Oh.
So that's usually where you place them, because you place the fake teeth in wax first before you try it out. So you place them right below the pupil, or you take a picture and send it to a lab. But
This is bay leaf.
probably lots
It's
of
a dinosaur Pokemon.
lots of grindy teeth, lots of molars.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Which, Damien, I know you. Which Pokemon do you think has the best teeth? I know you don't
I
know a lot
wouldn't
of Pokemon. Should we Google what Pokemon has the best
We
teeth?
probably should.
So you can get a
I
visual.
don't think I can name a Pokemon that I know that has two.
Can you give me your dental opinion on it?
I can do what I can. Oh.
Okay,
Poke-
Pokemon with prominent teeth.
Bruxism is all about teeth. Okay.
Loudred. Okay, let's see. Loudred. I'm not gonna share my browser because I didn't set it up to, and I don't want to do that live. Loudred. What do you think of Loudred?
Well, we're missing a few.
Yeah.
Probably not getting a lot of biting force off of that, so probably recommend some implant work or some partial dentures, but they're also kind of flat, so I don't know how that works. But
Here, I will get the screen up here for a second while we do this educational discourse. Okay. So, sorry, can you say that one more time with Loudred?
Now that I'm looking at them, they're kind of... Well, there's only two pairs, so if you're going to try to chew together, it's going to be a little awkward, because you got to get the food position between the two teeth. Also, they're flat, and there's no grooves, which means that the food is just going to squeak out, so that guy's probably eating pudding.
Yeah,
for
probably
most of his
eating
meals.
pudding.
Those are just for looks.
One second. Sorry, I'm just
Okay.
gonna take down the display
They
here.
look pretty clean. Looks like he's keeping them brushed.
Young Groose, Patrat, and Greeble.
Young goose.
Okay. I'm a silly guy. Okay, Sorry. Here's Young Goose. What do you think about Young Goose?
Oh, those are pretty jagged.
Yeah.
You could probably bite on those, though.
That's the loitering Pokemon.
Those look like all canines.
Yeah.
Very fierce. And luckily they all come together, otherwise he'd have a problem.
And, let's see, Greedent. So, canine connection is good.
Well, sometimes. I mean, technically you don't want your front teeth to be touching that much. That guy's just got one big front tooth.
Yeah.
But,
It's like a chipmunk.
you can work with that.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what else he's working with, but if he's gnawing on logs or something, I'm sure it's helpful.
Let's see, Pokemon brushing teeth. In the chat, Jenna just said, "What would they love? She loves watching the idea of Pokemon brushing their teeth at night. But all we can see is little mascot. Oh wow, how impressionable. This is great for audiences.
Little guy.
The internet is funny. Here, let's get Colosseum back.
Whoa.
Alright. Sorry, we couldn't see the chat as much. Oh, you've never seen which one have you never seen? Patrat or Loudred or any of those?
Well, from a functional standpoint, probably the one with all the pointy teeth.
Yeah.
Was the second one we looked at.
Mm.
Also looked the best, I thought.
I'm rambly because I went to a farm today in the sun. It was great.
A farm in the sun.
But we had no water. And so the whole ride back I was like, I need to sleep.
Why? Oh, you're tired.
Yep.
What kind of farm? Hobby farm? Like a cow farm?
It was a sheep farm.
Sheep farm.
Can't say much more than that.
That's fun.
But it's a sheep farm.
It's a sheep farm.
And it was really fun. I helped socialize some sheep.
Oh. Baby sheep?
Yeah.
Huh. Hello. This is a sheep. This is your brother.
Yeah. Sheeps are great. Do you know a bit about sheep biology?
I think I dissected a sheep eye at one point, but that's about it.
Yeah, I did in, oh, I can unlock this door.
Unless it was a cow eye. I think it was a sheep eye, though.
Oh, nice. This is an easier way for me to get to this fortress. Unlocked by this. Did you see a lot of that in Persona 5?
A lot of,
Going through, like, maze areas?
They were set up differently, obviously because it was a newer game.
Yeah.
It was more... It wasn't, I don't know what you'd call this, like a 3.5 perspective? 3.5 dimension
I think it'd be 2.5.
2.5? Yeah, that's what...
Yeah, because it's 3D models, but it's not a 3D design. There's
Right.
no Z-axis.
Because you're still looking in one direction. But
Yeah. I can walk downstairs, but it's still bird's eye.
It is pretty similar, though, if you're imagining you walking with your character.
Yeah. And then do you get like battles like that, but when you're walking around?
You'd get smacked, or you'd smack the enemy, and then you'd start the battle.
So are you gonna start another JRPG?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not for the time being. There is a spin-off of Persona 5 called Persona 5 Strikers.
Yeah.
Which is more of a, like, different type of game. It was a little long, and I only have a month of break, so
Yeah.
I've got some other games on my bucket list I want to start playing.
What is something good to look for in a dentist if you're shopping for dentists?
I mean, I would say just ones that'll talk to you about what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I always prefer the ones where they'll talk you through the x-ray. They'll be like, okay, this is the x-ray that I just took of you. This is what I'm seeing, you know.
Yeah.
There's a little spot here. I think this is a cavity, and this is what I think we should do with it. Versus like, oh yeah, you've got 12 cavities, blah, blah, blah. Let's treat them. Versus like not having any evidence whatsoever. So look for someone who will talk to you about what you got going on. You can actively talk to them about.
Yeah. They're paid to answer my questions about my teeth, you're saying?
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't be afraid to ask them questions, because they know the answer. they just sometimes they forget to tell you. Sometimes it's go, go, go.
How do you balance that, being general but also like trying to figure out what someone wants to know?
I mean, to be honest, I haven't had a lot of experience balancing it because I've only been at this school in dentistry, so we had our appointment times that were 2.5 hours and 3 hours. So like there'd always be like half an hour waiting time. You know, sometimes when we were waiting for faculty to come in, where it'd just be like time where patients could just talk and ask me questions freely, and I could discuss them, which was good for me because I could communicate
Yeah.
what I want to kind of, I have to practice what I have to communicate to patients both now and in the future, but
That's
I don't
really
know.
well put.
It's like now I will be on a time constraint where I don't have 3 hours with each patient. Sometimes I get an hour, sometimes I get 15 minutes, so I'll have to start learning to make them a little tighter speeches.
How in your dentistry did you how did you keep track of what you needed to learn based on the questions you were being asked?
I mean, that's kind of what directed me to learn, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd get a question, and then as soon as I got a question I was unsure about, or I just didn't have a complete view, that's where I'd want to go and learn more about.
Very nice.
I imagine I'm going to be doing that for my whole career, where somebody will come in with like a weird question. I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're
And then
gonna have to ask your
the next
mom.
time, next time they come in, I'll have the answer. But it's a lot of learning. It's a lifetime of learning.
That's really well put. A lifetime of learning. I definitely have some people I'll reference you to. I have a family dentist that I know from being my neighbor, not blood family, like network. That practices. He doesn't practice anymore. He's retired, but he's in the Edina network.
Okay. Yeah, helps out.
Yeah, be good to get you on his radar. How many years is dental school, Dave?
It was a long 4 years. So I had to do college for 4 years and then 4 years of dental school. But now I'm all set.
Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy. I'm 4 years out of undergrad. I didn't go to grad school, but I feel like I really enjoy what I'm doing. I feel like spiritually I'm in grad school. I feel like I'm advancing my career.
It's all a mentality. I mean, I was officially learning, but you are learning, I guess technically unofficially, but it doesn't mean you're learning less than me.
I'm reading. That's something I kept in my life. Dunsparce. We're gonna use Dunsparce.
Is he just kind of a mean Pokemon, or he just...
Oh,
Like
Jenna
a-
in the chat says congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Dunsparce, I don't know. Dunsparce has a really funny animation. I'm gonna start fights with Dunsparce out so we can get more Dunsparce clips.
Okay.
Dunsparce is kind of like a cranky little worm. It's based on this Tsuchinoko, which is the Japanese mythological flat snake, or round snake. I think it was flat worm in Native American and round snake in Japan. Very analogous mythological beings. But it's very cranky. Dunsparce is very cranky and very not a great Pokemon at all. Even in the official guides, they make fun of how bad Dunsparce is.
Gotcha.
Here, I gotta use an item because I can't just hit this Dunsparce or this Stamler or else it will faint. I'm trying to catch this Stamler, but I've done a lot of damage to it. It's a elk Pokemon from the second generation. But Dunsparce is a normal type, and I'm particularly fond of it because it doesn't have it's not a great Pokemon stats-wise, but it has a really great kit of move pools. Move pools meaning it knows a lot of status conditions that are passive. So things that put a Pokemon to sleep so they can't attack more. Things that do damage to a Pokemon over time. That kind of thing. Here, let's advance our Pseudo-Wudo.
Wudo.
Jenna says I might as well have a master's. I appreciate. That's a really nice thing to say. So we got our items, timer balls. The evolution design of Dunsparce is crazy too. Yeah, Dunsparce finally got an evolution.
Do you evolve after those?
Yeah. For the so Dunsparce has existed since 2001, okay?
Yeah.
And up until Pokemon Scarlet, which came out in 2022, Dunsparce never had an evolution. And it got one, and it was called Dunsparce. And it's just a two-segmented, or it has a 1% chance to be a three-segmented Dunsparce.
I'm a little underwhelmed.
Yeah.
I thought it would at least change colors.
But I think that's the bit.
It's just is it like weaker?
It's more powerful. It's not more powerful by much, but it can hang with new Pokemon, so it's usable. 'Cause that was one of the downsides. Is with Pokemon, stats are so important that at a certain point, if you have bad stats, you're unusable. Yeah.
Must not be that bad.
Well, yeah, that's more world building. Dunsparce is actually not in a lot of games, and when it is, it's usually hidden. Dunsparce is funny. They make it in most of the games. It's very hard to find, and hidden, and Sorry, I was starting to lose my train of thought. You'd find it and be like, wow, what's this rare Dunsparce? What's this rare Pokemon called Dunsparce? And it's just one that, like, does status effects better. One stat it has really good is its health. It can take a lot of hits.
Oh, it's Ticks.
Yeah, Jenna, Dunsparce has an evolution. We got Ticks.
I don't know if you can see it in there.
Oh, yeah, they can.
Oh, Ticks.
Here. We're live, right? Oh, yeah. There we go.
Ticks on the screen.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a delay for when it shows up there. So Dunsparce isn't a terrible Pokemon, especially in this generation. I plan to transfer all the Pokemon I'm using and use one competitively, even though it's not a great Pokemon. There's like low tier Pokemon leagues where you can only use low tier Pokemon. Those are fun. Sudowoodo is a really funny Pokemon. Oh man, Dunsparce versus Dunsparce. Dunsparce got taken down. And look, when it fades, it's like.
Wiggly guy.
I think I also like it because it looks like a bulldog, kinda. Okay, this is Hariyama. Which is it's very similar to that one Street Fighter character. I can't remember the name of who does this. Street Fighter has a new game coming out.
I did see that. 16 or 15?
Yeah. It's 6. But
6.
They do a bunch of variations of the same game in between major releases. What up, Luke? Welcome.
Luke
Pembertino. This is the first live stream with a dentist while we're playing Pokemon Colosseum.
That's true. We did the research.
Yeah. Now, if you want, we can have a Pokemon battle. They have a thing where we could battle each other and just get pre-made teams that are like play against each other.
Okay. Try it out.
Kilo Swine, I think we're gonna be able to capture that. Oh yeah, we lost count. We just caught a Shadow Pokemon, so the Shadow meter gotta go up.
So by purified, you mean making a Shadow Pokemon?
Yeah, we catch a Shadow Pokemon, and then we whittle down its Shadow meter, which we can see on Sudowoodo right now as the purple. It replaces the experience meter. once you do that, it gains all the experience it gained while it was a shadow Pokemon. And then you can use it. Because basically, the subplot of this game is that the bad guys have caught all the Pokemon and made them something you have to get financially or win in a tournament. They control all the... There's no wild Pokemon in the region because of the poaching in the region. So it's morally justified to catch their shadow Pokemon, because when they give you a Pokemon, it's a shadow Pokemon, and the shadow Pokemon has no free will. And so it posits, like, in a world where that happened, would it be morally justified to steal your opponent's Pokemon? And it doesn't make any hard and fast opinions on that, but it is still a good ludo-narrative, which is the term for a narrative that is prescribed for a video game.
Versus just in any other Pokemon game, you can just steal Pokemon all the time.
You can't came out on the GameCube, and it hasn't been re-released ever in any capacity. The only way to play it is on the original hardware.
You paid some serious bucks for this one.
Yeah, I did, and I feel weird about the financial decision, but because it was $120 used on Amazon. But you know, I had this as a kid and I lost it in a move, so I felt compelled to like reclaim a game that I liked as a kid. Even though I never knew how to play Pokemon well enough to do the RPG, like as a kid, so I never got to do the RPG too. So it's like reconnecting with my inner child.
It's worth it. I mean, it's not something you can find. It's not something you can buy off the shelf right now. So
yeah,
it's got nostalgia for you.
But they haven't actually added any of the GameCube library to any console digitally, which is crazy. I really think they can make some serious cash doing that.
I mean, this one's not on the Switch marketplace or whatever?
No, it's never available digitally. Like, I didn't just buy it to be authentic. I bought it because, like, otherwise I can run it on my computer, which is not legal to say on stream.
Are there other Pokemon games that are older that are available through Digital Marketplace?
There are.
Is this kind of just like a Dark Horse game?
It is a Dark Horse game. It wasn't made by the Pokemon Company. It's the only one that was made by Sonority Systems. Sonority something. I forget what it is. Let me see if I can catch this Pokemon while it's underground. That'd be really annoying if I can't, because we found out in the last episode that if something has flying, but it's underground, its flying protection will prevent it from being impacted by an earthquake up underground, which makes no sense. Like,
Logic.
if you dig a hole, you're gonna be impacted by an earthquake. Oh man. 808 Mafia. Gotta catch the Pokemon. In the event that the timer ball wouldn't hit, I tossed it. I tossed a great ball last turn. But a timer ball is a great There are like different Pokeballs that have different chances based on certain factors, and a timer ball per turns has a higher chance to catch a Pokemon. Because it's a timer. Tex is a great Pokemon. Umbreon. It's a tank of a Pokemon.
Okay.
I did grind my Espeon off stream. That's that cat-looking one. Because it's really powerful. It just was very... It had fallen behind in levels. Let's go, Great Ball. We have 4 viewers, so we're pretty popular right now. Lonia. I'm a loser. I can't show my face in front of Lady Venus like this. Okay, that's it. Like, I'm a loser.
Wow.
You know, that's not a great habit, thing to say about yourself. We just caught another shadow Pokemon. Woo! Time to make the number go to 23.
You're getting there.
Oh, yeah. And there's a part of the game where it just, as a challenge, it just keeps throwing them at you. Like, basically right before the final boss in the game, you can you can have a second chance at the shadow Pokemon you didn't catch. And you can also, there's just a bunch that they drop on you too. Nelris. Okay, Sneasel. It's one we're catching this stream too. And there's Loudred! Dude, your teeth. Teeks. I named it Tex because its primary move is Bite. And Tex bites.
Oh, he hasn't bit me yet.
He will bite. He will. It's not that hard though.
Loudred, yes, the teeth guy.
Yeah, Loudred is a normal type Pokemon, but it has all the noise themed moves in the game, which aren't a type of move but should become an element. Cause like, doesn't noise have a physical manifestation? Like, I understand you wouldn't make it a type, I guess, but because there's like fighting type, which is like a lifestyle, and fire type, which is like an element. They should make a noise type. That's mine. This Entei is too high level for me to use against this Sneasel, so oh man.
Classic.
Yeah, Sneasel. The little guy. Let's see if this... So that's... Yeah, Entei is a legendary beast. Is a legendary Pokemon. There are legendaries which are just pretty rare. Some of them, most of them, you only get one chance to catch them in the game. And they have certain restrictions, like you can't use them in certain competitive play and stuff. But they're also they're like the ones that are on the boxes. And Entei is one of them. And Entei had his own Pokemon movie, which I've talked about a bit on the stream. But it's like a really crazy movie. Because it's a little girl's parents gets abducted by like ancient Pokemon. And then she's sad, so the ancient Pokemon make her an Entei that's like a manifestation of her dad. Like,
That's deep.
yeah. And then this is happening secretly for a while, and then Ash, the main character's mom, they're out at sea, and Entei tries to kidnap Ash's mom. Oh shit! We just caught a shadow Pokemon! Let's go up 2024! I wanna be sedated! Nothing to do, nowhere to go! I have a really great memory as a kid, playing I Wanna Be Sedated for hours with my friend, just jamming on guitars when we didn't know how to play guitars. Like, we wanted to, so we tried it.
Turn the music up loud enough.
Yeah.
You don't hear what you're plucking.
Music's great. art is great. Have you picked up the guitar lately?
No, it's been a while.
We used to have a rock band, YouTube. It was Rock Band 4. And we would play it in undergrad.
We crushed it.
We crushed it. We did get 7th in the world on Other Side on Xbox Live. And like 20th in the world on something else. But then someone found a glitch to get unlimited points, so all of the high scores got wiped. But
We know what we did.
yeah, back in undergrad college, that was such a fun thing to do on a Friday.
Yeah.
Just play some rock band. Because in Minnesota, it was like you'd have to walk through the winter to go to the gym, so you really had to find a way to be active in rooms in the winter.
That room real sweaty. Crushed it though.
Yeah, we did.
It's been a while since I played that.
I don't want to lose this battle, so I'm gonna heal my palm.
That's why I got my hand skills.
Yeah.
I even talked about that when I was interviewing for dental school. They said,
You did?
they said, how do you get your hand skills up? Well, I'm kind of a gamer.
Did you bring the guitar with you? Imagine the flex.
I mean,
It's too bad that would like damage your interview. Because they'd be
Yeah.
like, this guy's still a child.
they seem to have liked it. So
Yeah.
I did get in first try, but
Yeah.
it seems kind of silly when I talk about it now. It's like,
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm always hesitant to like build to give big compliments like this. Like I met you first year of college. You're still Damien from Psy in my phone because we had psych class, and I got his number because our teacher was like, okay, get the number of your classmates so that you can text them about class. You don't know each other, so like, just come on, everyone, just. It was a great thing for her to do. Other classes did stuff like that too. But you told me that you wanted to be a dentist, and I was like, this guy's getting into dental school. And if this guy's getting into med school in some like flavor, and if he wants to do dental school, I think he's gonna be in dental school. It was never a question of if, and just from there, you've just killed it.
I appreciate it.
Good job.
Thank you, Benjamin. It's been a long journey, but I'm here.
Magna cum laude. Did you get that for dental school too? You don't have to
There
share.
wasn't quite.
I guess
They
everyone.
didn't really, yeah. They didn't
Everyone
really
would
do
do
anything
it.
like that.
Yeah, that would be. You're a dentist. That's enough. That makes me really happy. Did they have any like honor society or anything? Or
There was a couple Greek organizations, but that was about it. That was just
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, I can just join this dental frat.
yeah,
Nothing really outside of that. And I was kind of done with fraternities after college, so
yeah.
did enough of those.
Join a fraternity. Pay money to have friends.
It's true.
Pay money to be in a boys-only club.
I don't regret it, but
I do.
I had enough of it.
Yeah.
By the time it was over.
I do, just because like I needed that time for school, and I shouldn't have allotted it that way.
Yeah.
That was it. Like I loved it, but yeah, because we did a lot of volunteer work. I liked blowing y'all out of the water with my volunteer hours.
I do remember that.
I talked about that in my interviews. I said like I would get a dopamine rush when they put my hours up, and I had more than double my like. Like
How many hours did you do this week? And you're like, 30, and everyone's like, what the hell? Okay.
well, that's how I learned my videography skills, because I would do them for like student works and stuff and academic departments, and Sometimes I get paid, but sometimes it'd be like, well, we have this really great idea and we need to get a budget for you. And I'm like, all right, volunteer work.
Yep.
This is volunteer work. And yeah,
I'm helping.
I asked around to see if that was a moral thing to say. And, for the confines of like the frat and what they counted as volunteer work is volunteer work. It's free labor. Like, was it tax deductible? I don't know. I didn't know at that age. I have another legendary dog. It's called Suicune. But actually, I'll show it to you, but I'm going to use another shadow Pokemon. It's the water variant of like Entei. There's a water one and a thunder one.
Sparkly.
Yeah. These old Pokemon are great. There's 1,000 Pokemon. I was gonna say, you just finished Persona. Have you ever thought of playing a Pokemon game?
I was thinking about it. I'm not a huge Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I do play Zelda. I've pretty much played most of the Zeldas, so I could definitely get into it.
Yeah. I feel like it's something people should do once in their life at least, because it's just been such a cultural phenomenon. Like, if you really like video games and you're, like, passionate about the industry as a whole.
Which one would you start on?
It's a great question. It depends, because I can make you a recommendation of, like, a great one to play that's on older hardware that has aged really well, or I can make you a suggestion that's, like, more current.
I guess one that I would have access to, not having to buy like the physical cartridge. Like, I can access it on my Switch.
Yeah, well, you could access it on your computer.
Well, that's true.
On your Switch, I think Legends of Arceus is the strongest Pokemon game on the Switch.
Okay.
It's a Breath of the Wild formatted game, and you can go around in an open world and catch Pokemon that are just walking around.
Oh.
And there's like sneak up mechanics, and the Pokemon can attack you. No Bleakoon, not right now, not right now. There's a blue Grinch meme, and I can't nickname it until I purify Suicune, Robert. So that hampers me. But I'm gonna purify Suicune later. But Suicune takes longer than my other Pokemon, so I'm gonna purify it a bit off of stream. Yeah, Project Arceus. It's also set in an ancient. It's set in feudal Japan.
Okay.
It's set back in time. It's the only one they've done like that. And it's just a really great game. I would really love to recommend you Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I think if you were a core Pokemon gamer, I think that's the better one. But as far as I've never played a Pokemon game is concerned, it would be that or Let's Go. Because Let's Go is like the original Pokemon games, but updated to have like quality of life accessibility improvements, because those games were just so harsh and also so dated. Like, but the great thing about Pokemon Switch games is even after they release new ones, the Pokemon you catch on them, as long as they're in the game, you can transfer them between games using an app on the Switch. Yeah, the Pokemon Company is very well funded because they print money. That's it. Yes, Jenna. Legends Arceus was made for the Switch, and I think it's the strongest of the games. If you want to get into competitive Pokemon or like the multiplayer aspect of Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet is better though, I'll say. But you can still trade with other people, battle other people in Arceus. But it's really great. And it's very like, it was the first game they made like that, and it was just like okay, let's hit our head against the wall and like learn something new kind of game. So it's interesting to see the Pokemon Company do that since they were so stagnant. Yeah, it's got a great story, which a lot of Pokemon games just have like a very surface level story. And yeah, I can't recommend it enough.
Oh. Check it out.
After the stream, do you want to watch a classic episode of Pokemon with me?
Sure.
Since you've never seen it.
Let's do it.
I feel like you need to see this. Old Pokemon late 90s is, yeah, very aged. Because it was very targeted. They were targeting a Western audience. And 4Kids TV did it, who did like the Saturday morning cartoon stuff. That put 4Kids TV on the map. This Pokemon was on Kids WB and 4Kids. Mike's tooth hurts. That's Mike. That's Mike from.
How does it hurt, brother?
Brother. Yeah. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I need to know some details. Out of 10, when did it start? What does it feel like?
I think I have a deposit because I got started flossing and I haven't flossed for years because you know what? I haven't, and I'm living with it and I'm flossing now. And I've been doing it for like I want to say 3.5 weeks, and the rest of my mouth is like pretty like doesn't bleed when I floss, except for under one tooth. What do you think?
That's pretty good. I mean, I honestly, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I only floss about twice a week.
You're right. You shouldn't say that.
I mean, it's really dependent on your microbiome in your mouth.
Yeah.
Whether it's whether you have the bacteria that cause disease more easily than bacteria that don't. I think I lucked out, luckily, but the more you floss, like sometimes before I go to a dentist, I'll just floss like once a day for like a month beforehand, and then I don't see any bleeding anymore after flossing, which is really good. There's always that one spot that just bleeds.
Yeah.
Probably because there's a contact between the teeth that are open, so food just gets naturally stuck.
Oh, okay.
Usually not that a concern if you're getting checked out.
Should I continue to floss it though?
I would continue to floss.
Even if it bleeds?
Yeah. I mean, technically they say that, you don't want to see bleeding at all.
Oh.
But that's kind of unrealistic for most people.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the... Twice a week is good compared to most people, I feel. I think you're right. Yeah. I think something I did really well for my teeth was I really prioritized eating a balanced diet in college, and I carried that skill over with me. I don't eat balanced meals, but my meals are different food groups, kind of.
You don't want to eat that fermentable carbohydrate. Those are bad for your teeth.
Yeah.
Eat lots of protein. And I see Mike's got an achy tooth.
Ache
Since he was born.
And your love is the only cure.
Well, I guess
So
so keep aching, brother.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Here's a hypothetical. As a do no harm, if this was a world where a dentist's kiss could heal a broken tooth, like the world was the same, except for some reason, if you learned how to become a dentist, you could kiss someone's tooth and make it better. Would that be within the confines of a monogamous relationship? Culturally, do you think? Do you think that'd be allowed?
I guess I'd probably have to have some communication with my partner about it.
I feel like that's a good setting for a sci-fi society.
But
where it's
I mean, in reality, I'm sticking my fingers in people's mouths.
Yeah.
So is that more or less invasive?
Right. It's
than
still
a kiss.
Yeah, you're absolute, and you're doing it to
But,
save lives.
I mean, I'm doing it for the benefit
From
of
tooth
mankind. Hopefully, but I would say I have to get communication with my partner
Oh,
about it.
absolutely. Oh, I was meaning on a grand scale.
Oh,
I
on a
wasn't talking
grand
about
scale?
your
I mean-
relationship.
Doctors outside of the dental field do a lot of weird things that are considered weird or could be considered sexual.
Yeah.
That, you know.
Oh,
Or-
yeah,
or-
like
Like
our for health.
colonoscopy.
Yeah, colonoscopy.
I mean,
yeah.
it's for,
It hurts
it's for
so
the,
good.
It's for the betterment of other people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd assume if you were doing that on a regular basis, you'd probably want to talk to the person you were seeing and be like,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
this is what I do.
Well, and also
all the
the
time.
comic book nature of like, nope, I have to kiss a tooth. It's like a frog story. like,
Yeah. I don't know if I'd be in the same profession if that's what I had to do to treat a tooth.
yeah,
There's some nasty mouths out there.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think I could do that either. But I think a certain kind of person could. Before that horrible boy can meddle anymore. Oh wait, I should do. Can you read it? Do a voice.
Wait, who's
It's
speaking
the
there?
lady. It's Venus.
Before that horrible boy can meddle anymore, I'll link up with Hein at the Shadow Pokemon Lab.
Eek eek! Oh, why did you have to chase me here? It's so unfair.
Gee, this isn't good. I can't lead them to the lab.
I think it's
Chit.
I think it's an onomatopoeia that's not common in English.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm going leading to the Pokemon lab. The key is missing. Oh man, I gotta get the key. Unless I have it in my key items, which it won't tell me in this version of the game. I got the jail key. Nope. Nah, I ain't got it.
No.
Fortnite floss dance better. Yeah. Does Fortnite, Fortnite floss dancing is bad for your knees?
Oh.
Oh ho ho, you are so easy to dupe!
See? Bye-bye.
Man, did I miss something in there? Is there something I missed? That seemed very like... Why did that... Oh,
Need
okay,
a key?
I'll need it later. I gotta chase her.
Oh.
But let's see what's in here. Oh, an item. In this game, you really gotta, every time you go in an area, you gotta grab everything. Black glasses. Okay, oh wait. Oh, there's items on my Pokemon I need to get, because I can transfer them to better Pokemon. But I'll remember that when I go to the PC. So yeah, let's do this. Let's save the game at this point and do a Pokemon battle.
Oh.
But to save this game, you have to go somewhere and do it.
Classic N64.
This is Gamecube.
Oh, classic GameCube.
There's something that's really funny that I've been noticing from telling people that I stream Pokemon Colosseum is that they'll be like, "Oh man, 1 or 2." And I immediately know that they mean Pokemon Stadium, which had a Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 that was on the N64 that has been re-released on the Switch. And it's like
Colosseum.
no, I
Stadium.
mean Colosseum. I can see it's like a common misconception.
I see.
It's very silly. Alright, let's... One thing, I gotta get items from my Pokemon. I like mispronouncing Pokemon. I have to...
It's a nice logo.
Yeah, meditate. Meditate! Have you ever meditate?
No.
I haven't either. I don't know what I meant by that, but it sounded funny in me head. Spell tag, black belt. Ooh, black belt's good for Hariyama. So when you catch shadow Pokemon, sometimes they carry items that are good for your Pokemon to hold that are passive, like bonuses. Stadium and Colosseum are too closely related. I would agree, because I don't even know... in other languages, I don't know what the difference is. Like, deposit. Receive the black belt. Item deposit. That's weird. To take the item from the Pokemon, it's deposit. That seems like bad translating. That seems like a misuse of the verb in any like sense of English. But you know what? I could never translate a game.
That. Yeah,
Never could.
it's true. It's hard to do.
Yeah. There's some translations of Latin translated there's some Latin translated Magic the Gathering cards. Which is pretty fun. Magic is great. Have you ever played Magic?
No.
Would you ever try it?
I'd try.
I think we should play it sometime. You can play it on your phone. They have a good app which like gives you a general idea of the game.
Sure.
But high level Magic is like, which don't let that scare you. High level means like the cards are powerful, but it's not any more difficult to play really.
Okay.
High power level Magic is just really fun, and as long as you know the basics of the game, it's like really accessible.
Okay.
Okay, we have to restart the console
Whoa.
to go to the main menu of the game. Isn't that crazy?
That is.
You've never had a GameCube, right?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna show you the GameCube operating system.
Uh-oh.
Just because I thought you were a PlayStation kid.
I was a
yeah.
PlayStation kid. Started off with a PlayStation 2. Just went up from there.
This allows you to connect a Game Boy Advance to the GameCube
As a
and to
controller.
as a controller and to trade Pokemon.
Okay.
I'll take the more beat up.
Oh.
Because I'm a good person, but I'm also going to say when I'm doing the good thing, because
Okay.
I'm not a good
Wow.
person.
I could take the more beat up one, and that's the button I'd have to press more.
It's not button mashing, it's all turn based.
Okay.
Is
Some
there any
strategy.
benefit to not purifying shadow Pokemon? No. Well, if you're not going to use the Pokemon and you don't want to 100% the game, then it's time spent doing something where it's like, okay, otherwise you don't get any other benefits. You can take their held items whether or not they're whether or not they're a shadow Pokemon, and yeah, if you're not getting, it's to use the Pokemon. Okay, we'll start with something easy, single thousand. Oh man, this is not a multiplayer mode. Colosseum battle. Here. Oh man,
We gotta get
you can only do it
Game
with
Boy.
the Game Boy Pokemon. Okay, you want to battle my Game Boy Pokemon?
I guess so. I'm not gonna hurt him, am I?
It doesn't matter. they're not gonna sue you.
Oh no. I don't want you to lose him.
Pokemon, no, they can't die.
Oh,
They can't like disappear into the ether. Here, I'm just gonna get that cartridge. Entertain the street.
Any other dental questions? Mike, you're gonna have to get that looked at, I think. Study hall. Free dental advice. I used to have that same. No, I had a red one. And
Oh,
then
yeah?
my brother had a blue Game Boy like that.
Okay, I gotta see what kind of Pokemon it gives you first to see what level they are. Oh wait, it's gonna be my Pokemon from the Colosseum game. Okay, 1 second. I'm just gonna make a party in my Pokemon game. Oh man,
Oh,
I haven't played this game in a long time.
what game is that?
This is Pokemon Fire Red on the Game Boy. It's a recreation of Pokemon Red, the original Pokemon game. Pokemon. Mewtwo. We can't have Mewtwo. Can't do that.
If I can have him. I do remember seeing the movie.
Oh yeah, the Mewtwo movie?
The one with Mewtwo, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I really want to see that again sometime soon.
I don't remember what it's called or when it came out, but I
called
do remember Mewtwo.
Mewtwo Strikes Back. Because in the anime, it made a short appearance, but it was going to have much more of a presence in the anime, but the anime had to get delayed off the air, put on hiatus for a while in Japan because an episode gave a bunch of kids seizures. So they had to go in and change like all the animation.
Just because of the flashing light?
Yeah. Which is sad, but nope, it's just sad. There's no but to that. So the Mewtwo, it's presumed that the Mewtwo story got axed in the production process. Oh, apparently there's a 3D CGI version. Is it good, Connor? I don't really want to. That sounds... I want to watch the old one.
Yeah.
I want to watch the animated one. Is it good or is it like funny bad? If it's funny bad, I might watch it. Alright, so what we do now is we connect the Game Boy to this link cable, which goes on the back of the Game Boy. Because the Gamecube and the Game Boy released in very similar times.
Game Boy Advance?
Yes, this is a Game Boy Advance.
What's the SP mean?
Oh, I have to take a Shadow Pokemon out of story mode. The SP, there's the Game Boy that was a wide one, and the SP is the one that folds like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we
That's
can't.
one I had. Then I had a Nintendo DS.
Yeah, but you never had Pokemon?
Never had Pokemon, no.
Pokemon?
I didn't really have many games for that.
Oh yeah? Did you ever have a PSP?
I had a PSP, but I didn't have a lot of games. I wasn't a mobile gamer, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I had a
there's
PSP,
that.
but they're kind of janky.
They're kind of janky.
I
mean,
appreciate them, but they're kind of
It was
janky.
kind of like going back to the PlayStation 1 era where you didn't have a second stick where you could just move your vision around.
Mm-hmm.
You only had the one stick for movement. So
Yeah.
Everything was weird.
I liked it for the time it came out, but
Yeah.
I remember they had an FPS on it. That wasn't that fun to play, but you could play an online FPS on a handheld in like the year 2006.
They had a version of Star Wars Battlefront down there.
Yeah.
Couple of versions.
I have that, yeah.
That's like the only two games that I have currently.
I had Ratchet and Clank, and you know what? That was a great port. That was a great game. Okay. Gang battle me. Let's gang battle, babes.
Hell yeah.
Alright, now let's connect to Game Boy.
It's kind of weird that you can't do two controllers. I wonder why they do that.
I think it was literally just to incentivize buying
buy
the
the Game Boy?
peripheral. Yeah. Oh.
That's the OG Game Boy.
It's not recognizing it at the moment. Oh, it wasn't plugged into the controller socket. There we go. Alright, we're gonna battle with the Pokemon from my save file when I was 10.
Uh-oh.
I might have one Pokemon that's too high level, but I really want to show it.
It's got good teeth.
But, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you the experience. I'm gonna give you the better team.
Okay. Mew 3.
Okay, we gotta change the battle rules where it's anything goes. We gotta,
Anarchy.
yeah. Alright, we gotta restart the Game Boy. The Game Boy Advance is a great console. Mike said, I gotta get going. Thanks for the fun stream. Have a good night, guys. Hopefully see you both soon. Non-threatening. Oh, I love Mike.
I didn't think it was threatening until you said so.
That's I think it's a joke.
Not go threaten.
Alright, Ben versus Pykel, but you're gonna play as Ben.
Oh.
Press A.
See you soon, Mike.
That's your controller. Yep, these are my old Pokemon from elementary school. Preserved in history now.
Am I green or blue?
Yeah, you're that.
Oh. Snore. Okay. Sweet.
So you gotta order your Pokemon.
Just based off of looks?
Based on, no, the order they'll come out. So you gotta select them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably higher level first, right?
I don't know. I do low levels first and higher level later, but that's just me. But you shouldn't tell me. You should. Sorry, that's strategy.
Alright, I'm gonna go back here. We're just gonna do them random and then nothing will happen.
That should be everything. Okay, and then click OK. Oh yeah! Alright, we're in Pirate Colosseum. But isn't this crazy? Imagine having a friend with a Gamecube and being like, okay, let's play Pokemon. They should have done this more. Yeah. There's a game on the Wii where you can connect your DS to it. And when I was a kid, there were no photos taken. I had a tournament at my house. A Pokemon tournament. Alright, so you gotta pick your move.
Okay.
I can answer questions about how the game works.
What does the PP mean?
That's how many times you can do the move, and it consumes one. So it's generally not an issue.
Where do I see how many PPs I have? Or I just have
It's like one gets consumed out of the ratio.
Oh, okay. So the lower the PP, the better the move.
Yeah, absolutely. Cross shot, that's gonna be really good. Oh, but it missed. I'm gonna toxic ya.
No.
That's a little look. Primate, you cannot tell me Primate wasn't inspired by a Sonic sprite. Like, that's a Sonic the Hedgehog. That's not a Primate. Oh my gosh, imagine modding Sonic the Hedgehog to have a Primate. That'd be really fun.
I could just give in. What is it?
No, don't.
There's a fight or Pokemon. What happens?
Oh,
Press
Pokemon lets you switch your Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Alright.
This is how it works, so you can't see what I get.
Oh, I see. Wait, so you're picking on there?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to see. I don't know what it means.
Yeah. It's so that you can't see my input. So that it's a secret. Oh man, it missed twice. That's surprising.
Oh, what?
That's like an 80% accuracy move, so that's just bad luck.
Nice, nice.
Side beam. Oppa Gangnam Style! It's my side beam. Psychic is super effective against fighting.
Oh. Okay, got ripped.
For the rest of the fight, I won't swap out unless I really get pushed against the wall. So now you gotta pick your other Pokemon.
Oh. I thought they were just automatically ordered.
No, it's, yeah.
It's just arbitrary.
Yeah.
We just gave him
There's
an order
some
and they
moves
just
that
gave
will
him one.
force out a Pokemon, and if it does the next one in order. There's some moves that will like replace your Pokemon. Man, heck, I named that when I was a kid. I thought it was a swear word. And oh yeah.
Oh!
Destroyed. That's a level 61 Pokemon.
Get wrecked. You didn't want me to start with him.
No, I didn't. That's higher level than most of my Pokemon. But it must recharge. It's super effective, but it has high stats. Oh, but it's paralyzed. Go, Dunsparce, go, Dunsparce, go! Go, Dunsparce, go, Dunsparce, go! Oh man, I outsped you at least. Oh no! That's probably gonna take out my Dunsparce. Oh man. Dunsparce, fight to the bitter end. Yeah, so that Hydro Pump move, I forget what it's called. It has
Waterfall?
to recharge. No, Hydro Cannon has to
Hydro
recharge. If you use it, so there's the strategy there. Oh, I missed. Oh, Skull Attack. That's its. Oh, that increases your defense, which is pretty good for you. 'Cause that's
What?
it's
I feel
like
like it should tell me that.
oh yeah. The
Or
old
maybe it
games
did.
didn't have that. Oh, it does that for the first move, and then the next move attacks.
Oh shit.
Oh man,
I'm
you
not
got
complaining.
Dunsparce. Okay. Ooh, let's see. Hitmontop. I'm holding on to Entei because it's a fire type. You're a water type.
Upside down. Uh-oh. Is that bad? Who's
It-
gonna-
I made your attack go down.
Oh.
Triple kick. One.
No, get out of there.
Oh no.
I like the slow-mo.
Yeah.
Did my attack just not work then? Or
I have no idea.
It just kind of died.
I don't know. I don't know if it has to recharge from Skull Bash or if it missed. I'm getting pumped! It's a little Dreidel Pokemon. Little top.
Don't know what I did there, but...
Oh, you're paralyzed. It's because you're paralyzed. So
I'm paralyzed?
paralysis means you have a chance of not hitting me every turn now
Oh.
for the rest of the game
What if I switch
with
a
that
Pokemon?
Because your other Pokemon aren't paralyzed too. It
Do
will
I
benefit you.
lose an attack turn? if I
Yeah,
switch?
it counts as your turn. It's always fun to do.
You guys see? This guy looks fun.
Goodbye, Heck.
Might come back. I mean, it's too good.
Gengar. Oh no! Connor, if Atticus is around, Gargar is on the field. Gargar is on the field. I can't hit Gargar with Hitmontop because it's a ghost type Pokemon, so it's immune to moves that like hit it.
You see, I knew that. That's why I picked it.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm gonna
Oh.
send that 808 Mafia. So yeah, you see my best Pokemon's a level 45. Destiny Bond. Oh man, if I
What
kill
did that do?
if I kill Gengar when he uses Destiny Bond, then I faint too. Okay, sorry. Dream Eater, you have to put a Pokemon to sleep to eat their dreams, which is either hypnosis. I can answer the question to any move.
Okay.
It will
I was
give
just
me
picking my
some-
favorite name. What is the...
Shadow
okay.
Punch is great.
So I want to do
Hypnosis
hypnosis
puts to
before
sleep.
I do any other
Yeah.
thing, is what I'm hearing.
It's a very powerful effect. Oh no, it missed though.
Oh,
I'm gonna bite you. Just a dark type
I'm gonna go
move.
back to the big
Oh yeah. Well, I brought out Sunlight, which weakens fire attack or water
you get
attack.
6 lives? or
You get 6
six
Pokemon.
Okay,
Yep.
I see.
Hey Charles, welcome. We're having a battle. My Gust is using a Game Boy, with Pokemon from my Game Boy game. We're having a battle. Oh man, Gengar is fainted. Atticus said, Gar right there. Well, Gar just fainted. A ghost type just became a ghost. Yeah, bring out that Blastoise. Let's see it.
Blast?
1v1 me, mate.
What's that one?
That's Heck.
That's, well, try it out.
Yeah. Your Kadabra's also... Oh, you got Prosaic again. Your Kadabra's also very good.
Kadabra.
Oh, hey, welcome, Charles. Feel free to just hang out.
I don't know what you mean by Kadabra, but...
Huh?
What do you mean Kadabra?
I don't see the word Kadabra. Did I
either.
say Kadabra?
Yeah.
Oh.
He said something like that.
Oh, no, he said he's gonna just chill in here with no sound for a little bit. He's doing a WoW raid. I don't know why I said Kadabra.
I
Freudian
thought
slip.
that was a move.
Oh, no, Kadabra.
Kadabra?
That's like
Abracadabra?
abracadabra, yeah.
Is that what you did?
No, that's one of your Pokemon. It's a really good Pokemon.
Oh.
It would be an Alakazam, but you have to trade between games to evolve it. And I don't have another DS or a Game Boy to trade
Is
with.
this guy just paralyzed forever?
No,
What
it's
is-
just most moves.
Oh.
So you just gotta keep trying.
Is it oh, so it's like 80% of moves are
Yeah.
not gonna work? Wow. I mean, it's not gonna work
Using
anyway.
a water move is. It's.
That's all he does.
It still has a pretty good chance of hitting. There you go. Oh no, that's gonna take out my Entei probably. It sure did. Yeah, I had to paralyze that Pokemon. But it also backfired on me because since it was paralyzed, I couldn't poison it because it can't. If it already has a status condition, you can't give it another one. Alright, I gotta get a free turn for me using Hydro Cannon. Because you have to recharge from Hydro Cannon. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna kick you.
Uh-oh.
Let's go, triple kick. 1, 2, 3. It did 6 damage each time. Oh man. Its defense rose. But it needs another turn for Skull Bash. It's a 2-turn attack. Oh.
No.
You still got other Pokemon though. Your game is not lost. We're neck and neck right now. We've both lost our best Pokemon.
Abracadabra.
Kadabra. Oh no. That's a
he's
psychic
spoon
type.
guy. I'm a
Yeah.
spoon guy.
Spoon Man. Save me.
This guy, you have to do anything to prep your other moves?
No,
No,
just
he's
some of
good.
the moves don't do immediate damage. Psychic does though.
Okay. Do that one.
Fighting types are bad against psychic types. So I had to swap out.
Oh, wow. Tex.
Dark types,
Wow.
I didn't know it was invulnerable. I'm sorry.
I can't fight Tex.
You
Oh,
can't.
so mine doesn't work against you?
You can't use psychic type moves. So you see the type there?
Oh.
It's immune to oh shit. It's completely immune. Oopsie.
See. No, I'm learning. Oh, you're learning
Luke.
too. Oh, that's mine.
I use taunt, which means all of your attacks have to be damaging moves. It won't let you use the move otherwise.
How do I know if it's damaged?
If you try to do it, it won't let you if it's not
Oh,
damaged.
okay.
But all of them are damaging because
Oh, get wrecked.
very weak move. It sure is a move though.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to damage Tex too much.
Fighting types are bad against your mama. Welcome, Ryan. Aww. What up, Ryan? I'm excited to play D&D on Saturday. Or Sunday. Sunday. It's one or the other. it's confused.
What does that do?
It means it might not hit.
Oh,
But you lose
classic.
it if you switch out. It doesn't come with you if you switch out. Oh man.
I'll take those odds, I guess.
Let's go. Oh man. Yeah, so your Ponyta, it is Sunday. Yep. That's how I have it scheduled for. We gotta get another Pokemon out here. I can't lose my Umbreon yet. I can't lose Tex. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, that's the thing, is confusion, instead of just not attacking, it has less chance of stopping you, but instead of not attacking, it forces you to hit yourself in confusion. This game fucked me up so bad because I missed out on catching so many of the Shadow Pokemon that I got to fight. I just couldn't win. Couldn't help anyone else. Couldn't find anyone else to train. Rest in peace, no wild. Wow. Yeah, there's the Colosseum mode, but it's like not. The game doesn't do a good job of saying that like that's where you train in between like boss battles. Oh no! Destroyed. Good thing I have a hard counter though to that Pokemon. That's why I had to keep Tex, because you literally can't do anything to me if it's Kadabra. It's a fake out. Sorry, my you were favored in levels, but my young brain was bad at bad at building Pokemon. It was the fight with Sudowoodo. Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Snorlax. Because yeah, at that point in the game, you also couldn't purify your Shadow Pokemon yet, so you couldn't even level them up. Okay. Snorlax is Jenna's favorite Pokemon. Colosseum sounded at his training. Yeah. Yeah. Good thing you were a child that had no interest in movies. Yeah, it's true. I think that's the real reason why they haven't re-released Colosseum, is because you have to. Some of the game isn't intuitive. Oh, you gotta pick your move.
Oh, no, my last move didn't go. No. So wiggly.
The wiggly blubber. You're
What did that do?
confused.
Oh.
I confused
So
you.
he's just confused to the end of time?
Only when you swap it out. And yeah,
Except when he does
strength.
that.
Yeah, Snorlax is a
Alright.
normal type, so strength is pretty powerful.
So sleepy.
Eepy. Dang, I'm down to my last Pokemon. You've probably got this, because Kadabra can probably take out Hariyama in one hit. But I will fight to the bitter end.
Sumo wrestling.
Yeah, it's two sumos fighting.
No.
Yeah, fighting is good against normal type.
How come you get to go every time first? And then I get to go.
It's actually because my Pokemon are faster. That's how it's decided. So your
Oh.
Rapidash goes faster than a lot of my
I
Pokemon.
feel like you can switch, but I've never been first.
Yeah, you have, but Snorlax will never be first. It's a slow Pokemon by design.
Oh,
But this one is probably gonna be
that's
first.
the sleepy guy.
Yeah. It's more of a hard hitter that can take a lot of hits. Oh no! They're always cool to like actually, yeah. Umbreon and Espeon are so cool. And they were exclusive to this game in this generation. You couldn't evolve the EV into them in that generation on any other game because there was no night cycle or day cycle. You wanna
Oh, yes.
Oh no! Ah! I'm holding on to what we've got. Oh,
No.
you took yourself down with that, but
Couldn't
yeah,
handle
it has recoil.
Oh.
But you're down to a Pokemon that can absolutely send me to the Shadow Realm. If you pick the right move. It's 1 in 4 chance.
1 in 4 chance. Let's see what we can do here.
Not that one.
Oh.
That one's a trick move.
We're down to 1 out of 3 chance.
Ooh.
I think I got a couple more moves.
Yeah, let's see. Future sight. Foresaw an attack. Oh
Holy
man!
shit.
That was a critical hit because Future Sight, if you land a damage and the Pokemon that use Future Sight is still out, it damages the Pokemon because it's like the future came true.
You killed the Snorlax.
Dang, that was a close game. Good first Pokemon battle. Oh yeah, can you turn off the game?
Like this?
Yep. That's super.
Dang, look at that.
You want to do one more battle in this mode?
Let's
and then
try
call
it out.
it a stream?
I think I've learned quite a bit.
You want to use these Pokemon to battle?
You can. I don't know if you can switch them.
Oh, you can't use the ones on there, unfortunately.
Oh.
Oh, you meant like battle on...
Oh, I don't know. Whatever you meant.
Oh, yeah, I was... Unfortunately, actually, yeah, we can do another battle where I swap out my team. That'd be fun. Because I have lower level Pokemon, which I was like, oh, I can't use these, but I have lower level Pokemon in my Game Boy game, so that's perfect.
Classic.
Make a level 30 Pokemon. Would you like to be on the big screen next time or a little screen?
Oh, little screen was fine.
Alright, you like that?
Yeah, it's secret. You can't see what I'm doing, except when I ask you all the questions about everything I'm doing.
Yeah. That's the console that I was saying. If you're ever just broke in life and you can't put a lot of money towards video games, just get one of those and get a flash cartridge with that you put Pokemon like Game Boy games on.
So it's like a Game Boy cartridge that
you put an SD card into.
You can put an SD card in. How do you put an SD card into a Game Boy cartridge?
It's built that way. It's like 3D printed, and it has a motherboard that works with the Game Boy.
Cool.
It's a great way to play a lot of games for cheap.
And then it has all the games from the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And before.
Well, this is killing the possibility of me ever being sponsored by the Pokemon company. Actually,
never mind. It wasn't doing that.
Just kidding. Yeah, Ryan, we got a link cable linked to Pokemon Fire Red. So now I'm gonna load up a battle, and I'm gonna load up Pokemon for Damien to use. Let's save the game. So my new Pokemon are in it, and let's get you some Fire Red Pokemon. Dolphin number 1. Yeah, dude, the link cable features on the Game Boy are really cool, aren't they?
They're pretty cool.
Like,
I mean,
it's a shame that the GameCube didn't sell that well, because this feature was on a console that a lot of people just never used in their life. Magneton will get you that.
how do you so your Game Boy Pokemon are leveled to a certain level.
Mm-hmm.
How do they match up to the level of your Pokemon on this game?
It's just a universal thing.
Just a number?
Yeah, it's universal across generations.
So if you had an easier game and you leveled up your Pokemon more and then you played them in a different game, it'd be better.
Yeah, but they take that into account, and there's a nuance where Pokemon that are traded to you from outside games, you have to meet certain points in the game to use them at their level to prevent you from just blasting through the game with Pokemon you've been traded.
Gotcha.
Because, yeah, you could just... A new game comes out and you don't even, like, play with the Pokemon, you know?
Right.
Okay, I'm
That's
just...
like, you're level 61, but what did that take versus you're 37 here?
A long time. Here at Pieway, we do not... Thank you, Connor.
Took a lot of love.
Thank you for the brand representation. Did you read that? What Connor said?
Oh, we do. Yeah, that's true.
I named this Pokemon after someone in my life. I won't say who on stream, but I will say who
that's what I was thinking of the Legend of Zelda 4 Swords adventure.
Yeah.
I never played it, but I knew about it.
Ryan, if you ever want to play that, I can find the disc. The disc goes for cheap since it requires so much hardware to play. I have Pac-Man Versus, where the person on the TV is controlling Pac-Man, and the person on the Game Boys are controlling the ghosts. And the ghosts can see the full map, but the Game Boy can't, or the Pac-Man can't.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very ahead of its time.
That's not an officially, well, that's not a real officially thing. Right?
No, it was made by Namco for the
Oh,
GameCube.
Shit.
Yeah, it's not a pirated game. It's
Cool.
Nidoqueen. We'll get Nidoqueen on your team. No charging cable. They sell them online. They're third party, but the third party ones are pretty good. They used to not be that great around the time of the Game Boy, but they're very good now. So I'd recommend, if you ever want to boot up the old Game Boy, getting one. Because now people will do crazy, they'll do crazy mods. Never played it with anyone. Connor, you should bring it over and bring over your Game Boy Advance. That'd be really fun.
I think that was the least selling Zelda game of all time, was Four Swords. Just because of all the money you had to put into it.
You needed a GameCube, you needed the link cable, you needed a Game Boy, and then you had to buy a fully priced game.
It wasn't well thought out, but it was a really cool idea.
I think this could have worked if they had discounted the games that require a Game Boy, because I think using the GameCube to boost Game Boy sales is not a terrible thing, even though the Game Boy dramatically outsold the GameCube by like a factor of 10. Not a literal factor of 10, like 10 times. You want to do a battle? Joe could be a fourth. He's got a Game Boy. That'd be great. Yo, let's do it. That'd be really fun. It'd be a great stream too if y'all are down to stream, but we can also just do it because it's fun. Connor, what are you doing on Sunday? Should we play Four Swords after D&D? Alright, it's gonna take a second to load.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, so Damien is on my Fire Red. If it's not too bad for your posture, could you play it holding up the GameCube, the Game Boy?
Like this?
Yeah.
We're all about ergonomics here in dentistry, so.
Yeah. I am trying to really work on my posture. Okay, you gotta press A on that. And then I press start.
Oh, so it'll show up on there.
Anything goes!
Oh, shit.
Look at your team. Those are some Generation 1 Pokemon.
They look like,
Yeah, we should do it another day, Ryan. I agree.
they look like some characters.
Some characters. Well, let's fight my characters against your
Now
characters.
that I know the order doesn't matter at all, I'm just...
Yeah, the first one matters.
Oh.
I think I did a pretty good job balancing the teams. Have a good night, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. great that you can finally start making money, huh?
I know.
You finally start
That's my
taking
favorite
yourself
part.
out to dinner. You know,
I
like,
can finally stop being a student.
yeah. Lick a tongue. There's someone in my life that I just named Lick a tongue after. I don't know why. It was nothing personal. It's not an insult.
Doesn't
This is a double battle though, so you choose your opponent. Yeah, this is the other flavor of Pokemon.
How do I
battle.
see the weaknesses of the other characters that I just have to assume?
You have to
I just have to know.
know knowledge. Yeah, in the
Okay.
newer games you know, but in
Okay.
the newer games it tells you.
I see.
But I will answer the types of the Pokemon. Welcome, Rob Shrek.
Hello, Rob.
Rob has been on the program before.
That's true.
I love Rob. Spark. Yeah, so we both started with an electric type.
Which one's mine?
Yours is the Magnetons. They're magnets.
That's my guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Lickitung is your other one.
Oh.
Which is a great Pokemon. Look at its design. Cotton Spore. I think that slows it down. It gives it allergies, yeah.
It's way too realistic.
Oh no,
Pokemon
not my
has
Flaffy.
allergies.
Oh man,
Does the guy have a double? Oh.
they're both paralyzed. Dang, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not trying to.
Are mine bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, we're swapping out.
Don't tell me.
Oh, we're not swapping out. Just kidding. We're doing something else. More selections in this game.
Oh man, you're withdrawing. Yeah, there are a lot of. There's strategy.
Just keep pressing A.
Yeah, it is strategy. So you're being a great co-host. Nido Queen. There's a Nido King and a Nido Queen, but they're both separate Pokemon because they evolved it to be different species. Which I thought was
Alright, you
interesting.
got this mark.
You got this mark.
Mark is
Yeah.
oh, Mark just couldn't pull it off. Oh, my one guy is still up. That's weird that you do it and then I do it and you do it.
Oh yeah. 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 It depends on the
Instead of
speed
me
of the
just doing
Pokemon.
it too, yeah.
Yeah. It's not like turns, it's like turns happening simultaneously. Paralyze that.
No.
I'm
Which one's
surprised.
paralyzing then? Is it
Body
little-
slam from
little sheep guy?
Chikorita.
That guy?
No, well, if you physically attack that one, it has an ability called Static where it paralyzes you. And Bayleaf's move Body Slam has a chance to paralyze, and I've gotten pretty lucky. Usually it's not guaranteed at all.
Freaking dinosaur guy.
Yeah.
I need some like fire. He's like
Yeah.
a grass dude.
Yeah, you should see if you have any. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't look like
Let me see, I'll tell you. The best Pokemon you can use against it is Electabuzz. Because it can't be paralyzed because it's an electric type,
it. Huh, classic.
I think. No, it totally can. Wait, I'm sorry.
Well, we're gonna.
But Electabuzz isn't a bad Pokemon.
I fell for that one, didn't I?
I was factually incorrect.
Yeah.
That was not intentional.
Get wrecked. Oh, is that him being buff?
I made it sunny.
Held up pretty
Mark
well.
is pretty good.
It's his tongue that slows him down.
Yeah. Well, also, yeah, I caught and scored him,
Oh,
which, yeah, brought down his
we're not
speed.
singing.
That goes away if you swap it out, but otherwise it sticks. Alrighty, Thunder Punch.
I see. I'm selecting who I'm attacking.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just.
Oh, you haven't. Oh, you selected your own Pokemon.
Oh. What? Why can you do that?
Because sometimes it's advantageous. Sometimes there are some Pokemon you can heal if you attack them.
I was just like, this one looks good.
No.
Electro Beast. This one looks good. Okay. We're learning lots.
Yeah. That's okay. You learn that. I'll attack my own Pokemon in solidarity.
Alright.
Seems fair to
So
me.
we're gonna fight. And then which is my?
Yeah.
I've got Electabuzz.
Electabuzz and
that's,
Mark.
That's the name though.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
All 1P is all mine. Either one that's 1P.
Oh, see,
Metatite is.
I'm just selecting 2P because it looks cool.
You like the symbol?
I like. I like all the names. Alright, 1P. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, I gotta pick mine.
Smart.
Thunder Punch. Nice. That was a good hit. Yeah, so in solidarity I will attack my own Pokemon. No matter how good it is.
No, Mark.
Mark is still holding on with 2 life. It's gonna be able to do another move. I hit my own Pokemon for a lot. Oh, but Mark did not get its final turn.
No, Mark.
It's probably gonna be outsped.
No, don't be outsped.
Leer. That was the first word I could read. And it's mostly a Spanish word, Leer. And it was a move in Pokemon, and it lowers your Pokemon's defense. And I named my very first starter that. I named it Leer, and I transferred it up to my 3DS, but I lost it in a move.
No.
But I still have Heck, which is my second starter.
Oh, okay.
You gotta pick another Pokemon.
You got a lot of
Memories.
swear words.
Yeah. No, in Pokemon Fire Red, I named my rival Sexy because I thought it was a swear word. It's not. Oh man, I couldn't stop you.
Electabuzz.
Electabuzz is a good Pokemon. Oh, you didn't attack it. Oh yeah, you did. Alright. Thunder Punch. You got it. Bayleaf is down. Bayleaf is down for the count. Wags. Let's go. Let's go. You and me. Yeah. Yeah.
You just got a bunch of words.
It has the interface from the Game Boy game, yeah. Except usually there'd be a battle animation in the upper part of the screen. Oh man. Yep, that'll do it. It's like, ah! You just killed that Pokemon. I remember I was playing with my neighbor and we would say like, the Pokemon died! And the neighbor's mom was like, Pokemon don't die, they faint.
Oh.
Don't say they died. They didn't die. You're not killing the Pokemon.
Sleeping.
They just sleep. Which I understand now because they had young kids. Alright, light screen, that'll increase your whole team's defense. It's a good move.
Here I thought I was doing something effective.
Oh. It's not a terrible move. You see, like, that did less damage because of that.
Nice.
I have a dragon,
No,
Altaria, yeah. It's a peacock. Body
this guy
slam.
got?
Oh man,
Oh,
not so much.
what the-
Yeah, body slam is dependent on how much the Pokemon outweighs the other Pokemon.
Classic.
Yeah.
I had a big chunky boy, so I thought you had a light little airy cloud guy.
Yeah. No, it's got a bod.
I didn't select which Pokemon.
Oh, some
I'm gonna fight.
Pokemon that moves that don't hit a Pokemon, or moves that like Swift that hit both opponents.
Oh.
You don't hit. It just goes.
What did that do?
Swift is weak. Swift.
It did nothing.
Swift is a tech move because it can never miss, and there are some Pokemon that make themselves evasive.
No.
Electabuzz is gone.
Back. Wow, I'm gonna bring out an oldie but goodie.
Magneton. Magneton's pretty good. It's electricity. Missed. I have no idea what that does.
Well, I missed it.
Oh, it makes it harder to hit your Pokemon. That's good.
Hell yeah.
One thing that's a
missed
common like mistake of new players is that they underestimate how good status moves are. That like impacts stats. The only time when they're bad is when you're in immediate danger from typing, like a water type and a fire type kind of thing. Dragon breath. Not very effective.
Where's that
Perish
mist?
song. Oh no! All the Pokemon that hear this song will faint in 3 turns unless they're swapped out.
Is that
That's what that
Pokemon
move
too?
does. Yeah, your Pokemon too. It's
Uh,
a asymmetrical good move because it forces you to swap, which like swaps up the battle.
What does that do?
They all have 3 turns before they faint from Perish song.
What does the Magneton spell do?
Oh, that paralyzes. Thunder Wave just paralyzes your opponent.
How do I attack?
I'm gonna swap Pokemon with this freaking Perish song. Yeah, you don't have to do it immediately, but they
Great
will
turn.
die. Like- Whoa! Not Perish song. Big Pokemon.
You saying that guy is late?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Compared to Lapras.
Compared to that guy?
Yeah.
The big old whale?
Yeah, I won't justify it.
Where the little peacock guy?
Quagsire definitely has weight. Super Sonic.
I mean,
That's a confused move. 2.
it's basically got clouds for eyes.
Yeah.
Tried that one. That one didn't work.
Let's go. But yeah, when you swap the Pokemon back in, they don't still have their Perish on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go back to their little ball and
Yeah. So that's why it's a bit strategic, because it's more to force your opponent to switch out their Pokemon if you're at a disadvantage.
look at that zoom out.
Oh man, those are gonna perish if you don't swap them.
Uh-oh. My little electric ball guy.
You have to this turn. They're at 1,
No.
unless you want to lose them. That was good strategy to keep in Lapras.
Tried.
Yeah, you're picking this up. Picking up this kid's game as a dentist.
It might just be random.
Now you gotta select your other
Oh
Pokemon.
my gosh, you killed me. Oh, this guy is already in the battle.
Yeah, you can't bring one that's already in.
Do I have two of those? Oh, I can bring them.
Yeah. Nido Queen. Queen. Oh, yep. Can't use Quagsire. Quagsire's a funny Pokemon. So close to being called Quagmire. Let's go. Poison powder. Oh, it failed. It missed.
No, poison powder.
Amnesia. Defense. Oh man, you time walked me. That's weird. I lost a turn. Like the whole competitive game of Pokemon can be reduced to trying to time walk your opponent or deal damage to them.
Let me do one of those.
If you ever have questions about moves, like I'm willing to explain it to you. Mud shot.
It's too muddy.
Yeah, Queen used. Oh,
What?
almost. Yeah, you're right. Let's fight, you and me. Oh man, that's a good move. Oh. It had its energy drain, but it only had 1 HP. But it still took it out, so. Just because it wasn't the most optimized use of it doesn't make it bad.
You got another one of those? Or did you retract
I retracted that from Air Song.
Damn,
so
I
yeah.
think those little peacock.
Yeah. Well, I'm down to only 2 Pokemon.
They're so freaking dense.
You have 4 Pokemon, it looks like? No, you have. Yeah, I don't know. Paralyze. Gust.
Get him! Oh, that's so good. I'm trying. I should have gusted that guy. 'Cause he was,
I should have Gust Davis.
true.
I liked that school. I learned stuff there. If I could do it all again, I would have taken out a PPP loan and gotten it forgiven.
Yeah.
Who could have seen that stuff coming? Fly. Sorry, I had to do online dental school.
Be like, I mean, I'd rather do that
Yeah.
than online college, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel
Absolutely.
like people below us.
Well, that's the thing. Is like it really like made me be like, do I really want a master's right now? Because like a master's in chemistry without lab is just like. Well, then I'd rather just have a job.
I mean, I kind of lucked out because I wasn't starting my like preclinical side until. I mean, I had to delay it, but I didn't really have to like repeat it at all
Yeah.
because it was in such an opportune time.
Yeah, and your schooling was still on schedule.
The only thing that happened was in the clinic. Not a lot of people came back right away, so I came back a year after the pandemic happened. So people were still like trying to readjust themselves with like, oh yeah, I can get back to the dental office. So there weren't as many people, but
We're down to our last Pokemon.
that was
Oh man, poison does a lot of damage to Altaria.
ooh, that's good to know.
I'm gonna help my Altaria. You got this, Altaria. Helping hand. Yeah, for it. Very, very. Yeah,
Very
you
creative.
can't poison something that's already poisoned.
Blackness.
You can badly poison something, but that's different. Thunder wave, you can't paralyze something that's already paralyzed. Alright, let's see if...
Oh, but I can poison the other one.
No, you can't. You can't do a status effect or something that already has a status
So I
effect.
just have to do normal?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do thunder wave. Unfortunately.
Oh, I don't know what I selected. Probably not Thunder Wave. No.
Oh man, you've got a good chance. Because all my moves here are weak against you because of your typing. Sonic boom. Oh, it missed.
No.
But I'm still taking poison damage every turn. Poison's really good. Poison's one of the most competitive.
You said I can do Thunder Wave?
No. Well, it just won't have any effect.
I'm gonna do Thunder Wave. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, I'm paralyzed. I can't move. Whoa.
No. Which one paralyzes?
Thunder wave.
Oh, I didn't use it.
No, in the past. Oh. I had Furred out early in the game. Oh man, Alteri only has one move left. This is a close game. Oh man, is that gonna do it? Oh no, not yet. Mirror move. Oh dang.
I guess it's slow.
Oh no! We're both down to our last Pokemon.
Dance ass guy out of there.
It really depends on how
So freaking dance.
it depends on how Paralyzed goes in whoever's favor. Spark is a good move. Spark's a really good move. I'm sorry you didn't know until now. I didn't want to look at your
That one looks small. But I didn't want to
Oh yeah.
touch it. Spark versus Thunder Boom?
Oh yeah.
No way I'm picking Spark.
Oh man, that game was really close.
We did it.
Good games.
GG.
Alright, I think we're gonna stop the stream here, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Good.
Turn this on. We'll get some clip content out there with your dentist
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
Thank you so much for being on stream. Where can people find you, Damien?
Well, I just started a cat TikTok. It's Obi_Dobie_, so you can check that out.
How do you spell that?
OBI_DOBI.
like Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan, yeah.
Will we ever see Obi Dobie on Instagram?
No plans to get an Instagram, but
Because all of your reels, all of your TikToks can just be downloaded and put on Instagram.
well, maybe I'll be on Instagram someday. Look out for Obi-Wan Kenobi, the cat.
Yeah. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. That was really fun.